Paper does not begin in a factory, but in forests, where wood is harvested as the primary raw material, and the type of tree used has a direct impact on the properties of the final product, because softwood trees provide long fibers that give strength, while hardwood trees provide shorter fibers that improve smoothness and print quality. After harvesting, logs are transported to the mill, where they undergo initial processing, starting with debarking, because bark contains impurities and unwanted compounds that would negatively affect paper quality, and this is typically done mechanically in large rotating drums, where logs rub against each other and remove the bark. The cleaned logs are then reduced into small, uniform wood chips, and this step is critical because consistent chip size ensures efficient and even processing in later stages, while oversized or undersized particles can lead to inefficiencies or material loss. These chips are screened and sorted to remove unsuitable fractions and then stored in controlled conditions before entering the pulping stage. In addition to fresh wood, recycled paper is often used as a secondary raw material, which must be reprocessed into fibers and cleaned of inks and contaminants, making the system both more resource efficient and environmentally sustainable. The goal of this entire stage is to create a consistent and controlled input material, because the quality of paper is fundamentally determined by the quality and preparation of its fibers before they are even formed into a sheet. Once the wood chips are prepared and standardized, the process moves into the most transformative stage, where solid wood is converted into individual fibers, because paper is essentially a network of cellulose fibers bonded together, and the way these fibers are separated determines the strength, appearance, and durability of the final product. There are two primary pulping methods used in industry: mechanical pulping and chemical pulping, and each of them produces fibers with very different characteristics. In mechanical pulping, wood chips are physically ground or refined using rotating discs or grinding stones, and this process breaks the structure of the wood apart, releasing fibers with relatively high efficiency, meaning most of the original material is retained, which makes it cost-effective and material efficient. If you like similar educational content, please like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends. However, the fibers produced this way are shorter and still contain lignin, the natural substance that binds wood together, which results in paper that is weaker and tends to yellow over time when exposed to light and air. In contrast, chemical pulping removes lignin from the wood, allowing the cellulose fibers to be separated more cleanly and with less damage, and this is typically done in large pressure vessels called digesters, where wood chips are cooked at high temperatures and pressures in chemical solutions that dissolve the lignin. The result is a much stronger, more flexible fiber, ideal for high-quality paper products. After pulping, the material becomes a slurry known as pulp, which consists of fibers suspended in water along with residual chemicals and impurities, and this pulp must undergo several cleaning stages, including washing, screening, and sometimes bleaching, depending on the desired brightness and purity of the final paper. Bleaching removes remaining lignin and improves whiteness, and modern processes are designed to minimize environmental impact by reducing the use of harmful chemicals. Another important step is refining, where fibers are mechanically treated to increase their surface area and improve bonding ability, which directly enhances paper strength. This entire stage is critical because it defines the microscopic structure of the paper, influencing everything from durability to texture. Once the pulp has been prepared, cleaned, and refined, the process moves into the most visually transformative stage, where a dilute suspension of fibers in water is converted into a continuous sheet of paper, and this takes place on a large industrial machine known as a paper machine, one of the most complex and high-speed production systems used in manufacturing. At this point, the pulp is highly diluted with water, often containing less than 1% fiber content, because this low concentration allows the fibers to disperse evenly, which is essential for creating a uniform sheet without weak spots or inconsistencies. This suspension is then evenly distributed onto a rapidly moving mesh or wire section, where the first critical transformation occurs, as water begins to drain through the mesh while the fibers remain on top, gradually forming a thin, interconnected mat. As the water is removed, the fibers come into closer contact and begin to bond through hydrogen bonding, creating the initial structure of the paper, although at this stage it is still very wet and fragile. From the forming section, the material enters the press section, where it passes through a series of rollers that apply pressure and mechanically remove more water, increasing fiber bonding and improving sheet strength. Even after pressing, the paper still contains a significant amount of moisture, so it must be further dried. This takes place in the drying section, where the paper travels over a series of heated cylinders, and controlled evaporation removes the remaining water while maintaining dimensional stability. Temperature, speed, and tension must be carefully controlled during this stage, because uneven drying could lead to warping or structural defects. The result is a continuous sheet, or web, of paper that can be several meters wide and moves at very high speeds through the machine. Unlike what people might expect, paper is not produced as individual sheets at this stage, but as a continuous roll that will later be cut to size. This stage determines the fundamental structure, uniformity, and integrity of the paper before final finishing. After drying, the paper already exists as a stable web, but its surface and performance characteristics are not yet tailored to specific applications, and this is where finishing processes define how the paper will behave in printing, packaging, or technical use. The first major step is calendering, where the paper passes through a stack of polished rollers under controlled pressure and temperature, compressing the sheet and smoothing the surface, which improves printability, gloss, and uniform thickness while reducing surface roughness. Depending on the desired result, calendering can be adjusted to produce matte, satin, or high-gloss finishes, and excessive pressure must be avoided because it can reduce bulk and stiffness. For higher quality printing papers, a coating layer is applied to the surface, typically containing pigments such as kaolin clay or calcium carbonate combined with binders, and this coating fills microscopic voids between fibers, creating a smoother, more uniform surface that allows ink to sit on top rather than be absorbed, resulting in sharper images and more vibrant colors. The coating process is followed by controlled drying and additional calendering to achieve the final surface quality. In some cases, surface sizing or chemical treatments are applied to modify how the paper interacts with liquids, improving resistance to water, or adjusting absorbency, depending on whether the paper is intended for writing, printing, or packaging. At the same time, continuous monitoring systems measure thickness, moisture content, and surface uniformity across the entire width of the web in real time, ensuring consistent quality. Once finishing is complete, the paper is wound into large parent rolls, which can weigh several tons, and these rolls are then converted into final products through slitting, cutting, and packaging, producing formats such as sheets, reels, or specialty dimensions tailored to customer requirements. This stage ultimately determines the tactile feel, visual appearance, and functional performance of the paper. Once paper is fully processed and converted into final formats, it enters a vast range of applications, and the diversity of these uses is directly linked to how its fibers were selected, processed, and finished, because even small differences in structure or surface treatment can create completely different types of paper with specific performance characteristics. For example, standard office paper must balance smoothness, opacity, and strength to ensure reliable printing and handling, while packaging paper and cardboard require significantly higher strength and stiffness to withstand mechanical stress during transport and storage. Specialty papers go even further, being engineered for specific environments or functions, such as moisture-resistant papers, greaseproof papers for food packaging, thermal papers for receipts, or high-gloss coated papers used in magazines and photographic printing. From an environmental perspective, paper production has a significant impact due to its consumption of wood, water, and energy. But modern industry has made substantial progress in improving sustainability through efficient resource management and recycling systems. Recycling plays a crucial role, as used paper can be reprocessed into new fiber, reducing the need for virgin raw materials, although recycled fibers gradually shorten over multiple cycles and must be supplemented with fresh fibers to maintain quality. Sustainable forestry is also essential, ensuring that harvested trees are replaced and ecosystems are preserved, often through certified forest management practices. Advances in technology are continuously reducing water usage, energy consumption, and chemical emissions, making paper production more environmentally responsible. Looking ahead, the future of paper lies in further optimization of processes, increased use of alternative fiber sources, such as agricultural residues, and the development of new functional papers that can replace plastics in certain applications. Paper is therefore not a simple material, but the result of a highly engineered process that combines natural resources, chemistry, physics, and industrial precision, evolving continuously to meet modern demands.